Morning, air signs. Welcome to the weekend. Hope you're doing great. Just want to do a little reading here for you. What's happening? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Going to be doing a new moon reading next week for the new moon in Virgo. Okay, and so particularly Gemini, I just want to say this to you that you might have a little issue with this. It's about, I know it's a new moon, so it's about manifesting healthy, Virgo, manifesting healthy day-to-day routines. But there is an energy of having to continue to let go of things that no longer serve you. And all the mutable signs, and Gemini, you're one of them, can have a little trouble with this. Can have a little trouble with letting go of what no longer serves you because you feel like you can do it. I could just freaking handle it. No big deal. But it is time to let some things go, and that can be, we definitely felt that in the full moon energy that we just went through and all this Mars and retrograde stuff. There could have been some like angry endings too, but tying up loose ends and things like that. We'll talk more about that next week. All right, so let's see where we go. Feel free to swap around the characters. As always, I could be talking to a cross-watcher. All right, so let's see where we go. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Let's see. All right. Between worlds. I mean, Aquarius and Libra, you may feel this, but not as much as Gemini, I think. It's almost like, why does it have to happen now? Why is this going? Well, here's why. Because you're going towards something way better. It's really, it's very common and very normal to, when you're having to let go of something that hasn't worked and you've really tried to make it work. You really, it's like nothing I'm doing is working. And it's really common to look back at the thing that's lost versus going, whew, okay, that didn't work for me. It's out of my life. I'm working through my feelings about it. But now there's space. Now there's space for something that can work. Okay? So take that to heart a little bit, Gemini, if you're having trouble with letting go of something. It could be a project. It could be a job. It could be a career. It could be a relationship. It could be, children going off to college. It could be anything. And that relationships have to change or they die, right? They disintegrate. They have to keep moving forward, all right? So you're actually letting go of something. I feel like it's a relationship. And right now, the search for the closure, the search for the reason is kind of dominating a little bit because it's like, all right, well, it can't just be that it doesn't work for me. There has to be some kind of more information here about why it's not working for me. And, some of the more industrious of you, definitely in this Virgo new moon, I got to, create new rules for myself or new boundaries systems, or I've got to create some more, some better habits and things like that. Very Virgo energy. And it can just be that sometimes things just end. I know that might be a little unsatisfying for you, but it's just no longer serving you is the reason. That is the reason why it must end, okay? Or why things must end right now. And moving into this new energy so you can start better habits, new things. Even in relationships, like learning something new is going to bring you into this happy energy. So it's not completely without merit that you would look for, here's some Taurus energy here underneath, how I do commitment. Right? The Mars retrograde energy about doing things differently. How might I do things differently? Because, hey, things haven't worked. Right? I mean, there's two ways relationships can go. We either die together or we break up. The most nihilistic way of looking at it. That's not a Sag trait at all. At all. But that's the truth. You either die together or we break up. And the positive way of saying that is we either happily ever after for the rest of our lives or we don't. There's two choices here. And I feel like some of you might have been straddling something in between that. It's not like we're together or we're apart. I feel like definitely the flamingo has the feet in both worlds, trying to have something both ways, trying to have a situation, have your cake and eat it too, or have a situation where, yeah, we're not really together, but we're not really apart. And, it's almost like somebody doesn't want too much clarity around that, but the other person does. So that's a thing that needs to fully be released. So we're either 100% together or we're done. The middle part of it, my good friend Callie, her daughter, after a relationship ended, they still talked every day. And, I was sort of saying, I really think you just need to take a break, and then later on you can decide once the feelings have been processed. But I don't think the feelings were being allowed to be processed all that well. So Ace of Swords, Two of Swords, Queen of Cups, High Priestess, Strength. Wow, that's beautiful energy right there. Three of Pentacles, Chariot, Five of Wands. So this shows a struggle in moving forward without the building blocks. I feel like you might have just dealt with a Taurus or a Virgo. Taurus, Virgo, Pisces, Leo. You might have just dealt with one of those signs, and there was some truth. This person was not sort of either living up to expectations or something like that. This is the person that needs to be let go, okay? Right? So the truth was said. I feel like on both sides, the truth was said, or this is something that's going to be happening, because in the timing card is the High Priestess, which means your timeline. On your timeline, when this happened. It either just happened or it's going to be just happening. And closing the heart to this person, okay? I feel like there was no commitment made. It was unclear as to what the relationship was about. Or were we together? Were we not together? And I feel like for you, this Cancerian energy here also is about moving forward based on your heart, okay? Based on something that will work for you, okay? And overcoming a situation with somebody not really living up to their potential, not really living up to the billing, not really being a little unclear about things. Now there's clarity. Ace of Swords. Woo! Clarity. Okay? There's no mistake. So if you have been in a situation with somebody where it's a little murky, you're not really sure where you stand with this person, that was kind of on purpose, I feel like it served that person's agenda in whatever way. I don't mean that to sound like a incredibly creepy or devious thing. Just means like this is what they wanted. I don't really think that there was a lot of honesty. There's honesty now, okay? There's honesty now, and so you can move on. And I do feel like there's a new person coming, this Knight of Cups. The noon live, I'm recording this before I do the noon live, but my intention is the noon live this week is going to be all about new, okay? No coming back from the past, nothing like that. This is about what's the next relationship. And I feel like for you guys, air signs, there's a new relationship coming in because you've been able to make space by releasing this other thing and closing your heart to this person, really doing it. All right, Two of Swords. There's just there's no way in. Like if in other decks, the Two of Swords, it's almost like there's blindfold, there's there's this. It's a choice. It's a decision to close oneself off from a situation that has either been hurting the heart or has been unclear. All right? You had your feet in both worlds, not anymore. Okay? And the question as to why this happened, okay, there's facility, there's a purpose for that. And the purpose is that, well, okay, I wasn't really clear, we weren't really clear about our intentions, you or the other person, purposefully or not purposefully. And so the thing to move forward with is to do some work on yourself. Three of Pentacles here, and about relationship and what you want to build so that you can move forward into that. There are a lot of other people who are going to be presented to you. I did do a reading yesterday where all of Four Kings came up, and I think it was the For Whoever reading, and it was very obvious to me that there was many choices coming up, and there can be I'm looking to the future now. If the sign of the person that you've had this both worlds thing shows up here, that says to me that that's about to be coming to an end. That person's still in the picture in some way, shape, or form. So it is about the choice to cut that out. Cut it out, right? Choice to do that. Choice to tell the truth to yourself and be like, you know what? I'm going to, my commitment to myself, right? The Taurus energy here. My commitment to myself and the Virgo energy of starting something new and healthy, new healthy habits, new, good things on the horizon for me. I'm only focused on this happy. That's what I'm focused on. That's what I'm going to manifest. Okay. So, the High Priestess here is about your connection to your higher self, your connection to God, your connection to spirit, and about manifesting the thing that is powerful for you, the thing that is balanced. This relationship could have been out of balance. This person, the past person, I'm going to call them the past person now because they're in the past, okay? That person could have been just very focused on their own needs. That person could have been very focused on their work or something that, whatever it was, there's a third party. There's a little whiff of a third party here, but the third party could have been their work or some kind of addiction or some kind of other thing, activity that was blocking this person from being very loving or very open. And so it's not a thing. You're in this new energy to definitely, doing the work of yourself, moving out of something that was too small. It was too small for you. That's a night. Too small. Okay. So we're moving into something that has more possibility. Yes, healing. 4 of Swords. There's the Knight of Cups. 4 Swords, Knight of Cups, 4 Wands. So there is the need, and in the Virgo new moon, Virgo is all about health and healing. So it can be about physical health, but it also can be about mental health. It can be about spiritual health and doing the work that is going to bring you healing so that when this person shows up, and we'll look at timing and all these zodiac signs in the extended, but when this person shows up, you'll be ready. Okay? I got 4 Wands here is a twin flame energy. It can be that. It can be a very strong soulmate, right? Healing the heart. Healing the heart. You can't, maybe it was smashed into a million pieces. Maybe it's been multiple times broken. Maybe there's been all kinds of things. But now that informs your way of being. It gives you strength. It gives you purpose. It gives you understanding. It gives you clarity. So healing of that is going to put you on a new level. So when this new person comes in, this Knight of Cups comes in, there's a real chance for this to be healthy. And whatever it was, I think you're going to need to look at whatever it was that wasn't clear in this past relationship that made you have a foot in both worlds. That's the thing to really look at and heal. Okay? That's the thing to look at. All right, I'm going to continue on with this reading. I will look at Cancer, Leo, Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo. That's a lot. We'll look at all that. Okay? Link is below for you. I'll see you over there.